Which country launched the space station Skylab in 1973? Great Britain, France, United States, Soviet Union.
Alistair and Fiona stare at the question and 4 possible answers. Fiona shakes her head.
Well, it won't be France, I don't think. It won't be the Soviet Union, I don't think.
I'm not sure about that.
Why?
Because, well, how do you know it's not the Soviet Union? Because it's not in Russia.
Skylabsky.
I don't think that's true, though. Don't they have? They often launch their missions in.
Puzzled, she stares at her husband.
The US rule is Apollo.
Were they until when?
I don't know.
Skylab. Sounds sort of British, doesn't it? I think this is a friend one, don't you? Think it's too soon?
4,000.
Fiona, where are you sort of inclining? I'm not quite sure where you're going on this one.
I think it's probably between Great Britain and the United States. What were the names of the Russian ones, though? Can you remember any of them?
Mir.
Mir, that's true. Yeah, that's a very Russian word, isn't it? Mir. Any of the others?
Which country launched the space station Skylab in 1973? Great Britain, France, United States, Soviet Union. You've got a 50-50.
Well, let's do 50-50.
You can phone a friend.
What do we know? What are you going to say if it's Britain and the States?
I don't know, I'll think then. Think about it then.
Yeah,
See which two come up.
Maybe we know a friend who will definitely know it.
Have you got a friend who definitely know?
Probably. Probably Ian.
Unconvinced, Alistair winces. He looks at Fiona.
David.
I would have thought Ian would be better for this one.
Alistair, you're not pretending not to know this just so you don't have to marry her, are you?
No, I really want to get it, and I really want to get it without losing another lifeline. And
Did we launch any space stations in the 70s? When was Apollo? Apollo was in... When was the first man on the moon?
70, early 70s.
They stare intensely at the question.
Phone a friend?
Pensive, Alistair stares at the question and 4 possible answers.
Phone Ian, I think he'll know.
Yeah, phone Ian Kennedy.
OK, right, who's going to talk to him? Alistair?
I'll talk to him.
OK, right, we'll phone Ian.
Is
Where
he
is he
the right
now?
guy? Is he the right guy?
I think so, yeah.
Charlie?
No, I think he's the right guy.
Where is he at this moment?
He's at home.
OK.
Hello?
Ian?
Speaking.
Chris Tarrant, good evening.
Oh, good evening.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Well, fine. You know when you volunteered to be phone a friend
Yes, I did.
and you thought it won't really happen?
I did think it wouldn't happen.
Well, I'm afraid it has.
Oh,
No, it's OK. We've got Fiona and Alistair here. They're doing OK, actually. They're stuck on one particular question. They say they're certain that you'll know for £8,000. OK?
Okay.
OK, right. Next voice you hear will be Alistair's. He'll still tell you the question and the 4 possible answers. One of them is worth £8,000. OK. Alistair, lots of luck. Your time starts now.
In which country launched the space station Skylab in 1973? Great Britain, France, the US, or the Soviet Union?
Oh, boy. Do it again.
Great Britain, France, US, or Soviet Union, which country launched the space station Skylab?
My instinct tells me it's Skylab. It's France, but I don't know. I honestly don't.
This confuses even more.
Deep in thought, they both stare at their screen.
Skylab. Why would the French call it Skylab?
Stumped, Fiona and Alistair ponder the 4 possible answers.
Well, what's your instinct then? Great Britain?
Yeah. I don't think it's like a big thing, but I think it's part of a British space program.
Their remaining 50-50 lifeline appears on screen.
50-50. Yeah.
You have to lose 50-50 as well.
Well, otherwise we just guess.
Okay, 50-50.
Okay, right. Computer, take away 2 random wrong answers. Leave the right answer and the 1 remaining wrong answer. Ooh. So
Sounds like
Great
it might be
Britain
right.
doesn't look too promising now.
Go for France.
Go for France.
Go for France.
Not United States.
No.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
You had £4,000. You've just lost £3,000.
United States flashes green.
Fiona, Alistair.
Never mind.
I was
Sorry,
going to be the
leukemia
best man in
research.
everything.
I know.
I got the hat. Right answer is United States. Oh. But you still go away with £1,000 for leukemia research. Give them a big hand. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? End of part 2. Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire? Part 3. 2 new contestants join Chris in the studio.
Very popular. The crowd are going wild. Hi, nice to see you. Hi. Make yourself comfy. Right, here we go. Here we have the former Tory MP, Edwina Currie, and the former Big Brother housemate, Derek Lord. Edwina now works as an author and broadcaster, but from 1983 to 1997, she was the Conservative MP for South Derbyshire and served as a junior health minister under Margaret Thatcher. Since leaving Parliament, she's forged a new career as a novelist and somehow endured the wrath of Gordon Ramsay for longer than seemed humanly possible in the TV series Hell's Kitchen. Meanwhile, Derek became quite a legend. He came 6th in this year's series of Big Brother, finally being evicted after 71 long days and nights in the house. Prior to the show, Derek was a speechwriter for many well-known Conservatives, including Baroness Thatcher and Michael Heseltine. After being on Big Brother, host Davina McCall called him the most popular Tory in a decade. But Derek says he doesn't want to be the party leader. Instead, he's working on a book of children's stories. Now, tonight, Derek's here on behalf of the Dogs Trust, and Edwina is playing for the children's charity NCH. I've never known you two so quiet. Are you all right?
It's good manners.
Well, thank you. Derek, why the Dogs Trust?
I love dogs. The trust is fabulous. It gets no money from government, no money from the National Lottery. It looks after 12,000 abandoned or stray dogs every year.
OK. Edwina, NCH, you've actually been involved with that for a long time, haven't you?
It goes back, Chris, about 30 years. Before I went into Parliament, I was the chair of social services in Birmingham. And NCH had a number of children's homes there, and we worked very closely with them. They not only work with disabled children and their families, but kids coming out of care, for example, who are likely to become homeless, or the families where the children are at risk. And they're one of the most imaginative and innovative. They would always say yes and then work out how they were going to help. They were great.
So have you two worked together before? Have you written for Edwina?
Yes, 20 years ago.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Have you written for her?
No, 20 years ago we went canvassing in a
Campaigning,
by-election.
yes, we did, yes.
Darling Derek came up to Derbyshire.
Darling Derek came to Derbyshire.
Indeed.
I'm not sure what they quite made of you in Derbyshire, but we won the seat anyway.
Exactly, so they thought quite a lot of both of us.
OK. At this moment, they are, as always, just 15 questions away from winning a possible £1 million for their 2 chosen charities. If they get stuck along the way, as always, they have 3 lifelines to help them. They've got 50-50, they can phone a friend, and they can ask this fine, brand-new, shiny audience. And remember, this might be tricky, actually, knowing these two. They have to agree on all their final answers and the use of any lifelines, including their phone a friend. OK, lots of luck, Edwina, Derek. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Celebrity Millionaire?
The lights darken atmospherically.
OK, lots of luck. Here comes the first question. Question number 1 for £100. Having declared the couple man and wife, what does the vicar at a wedding traditionally ask the groom to do? Snog the bridesmaids. Oh, it's going to be a class series, isn't it? Hug the bride's mother. Kiss the bride. Cuddle the best man. Derek?
Well, I would cuddle the best
Well, exactly.
man.
I was just thinking that.
But I don't think that's the answer you're looking for.
It's the vicar at a traditional wedding, Derek. I'm so sorry. What do we reckon then, team?
Edwina, what do you think? I think that we've got to say kiss the bride,
I
don't
think
you?
it's Kiss the Bride.
Yeah.
Thank heavens for that. It's the right answer. You have £100. Well played. Right, question number 2 for £200. Let's try and race you up to at least 1,000. You have all 3 lifelines. This is for £200. Which word is often used to describe the sound of a stream gently flowing? Babbling, cackling, gibbering, screeching.
Edwina, your turn this time.
That's got to be babbling, please.
Babbling Brook, you have £200. You have £200. Question number 3 is for £300. Which of these is a standard against which something can be measured or assessed? Sofa smudge, chair blemish, seat blot, benchmark.
I think without hesitation, we've got to say benchmark.
Got to say benchmark. It's the right answer. You got £300. Question number 4 for £500. What name is given to an accent with very precise enunciation? Drinking glass, cut glass, broken glass, stained glass.
I was looking for Margaret Thatcher. But I think, Edwina, it must be cut glass, don't you think?
Would you like to just demonstrate what we're talking about, Derek?
Cut glass it is.
With very precise enunciation. It's the right answer. You got £500. What was that like then?
What?
Writing for Margaret Thatcher.
A bit terrifying from time to time. I made a small contribution to some of her speeches, not as distinguished as other people, but it was enormous fun whilst I was able to help.
Scary?
Sometimes.
Didn't she sometimes say, Derek? Derek? What is this you're doing here?
Yes, there was a bit of that. You're very good at doing that as well.
Oh, darling.
Yes.
Meow. Right, you have £500. Question number 5 would guarantee you two going back to your 2 charities at least £1,000 better off. You have all 3 lifelines. I will just warn you, as I always have to, that if you did give me a wrong answer at this point, you would go home with nothing at all. Take your time, have a look. This is for £1,000. Question number 5. What does the A of the abbreviation ANC stand for? African, Asian, American, Australian. £1,000.
I think we know the answer to that, don't you?
I think we know the answer. I think it's the African National Congress, in which case the answer, Chris, is A, African.
Yeah.
It's the right answer. You got £1,000. Well played.
Derek licks his lips and Edwina smiles as the audience applaud their efforts.